Happy New Year one and all, and may 2026 bring you all an abundance of wealth. And on that note, I do have some good news. If history repeats, then 2026 will be giving an amazing buying opportunity that only comes around every once in every 4 years. Remember the golden rule of investing. We want to buy low and sell high. And so in this video, we'll be looking at the most recent price action, and are we still in a bull market or have we now entered a crypto winter? Then we'll refresh on why this year could be one of the best buying opportunities in the crypto market. And then we'll finish with why this time may be a little bit different and why this crypto winter could be a lot shorter. Okay, so let's jump in with the charts and see why this year could be an amazing buying opportunity, which sets us up for some amazing gains over the next couple of years. Okay, so jumping in with the most recent price action for 2026, we are Bitcoin USD looking at it on the weekly. And obviously we all know about this nasty most recent brutal sell-off which took us from the all-time high, which was around 126,000. It set the low just above 80,000, and that's a 36% drawdown. Now in the short term, Bitcoin could still be rallying up back to this 100,000. So January still could be a good month and we get some kind of relief rally. But the big question is are we still in a bull market? Are we going to be setting new all-time highs, or is this the big reversal here and this is going to be the start of the bear market crypto winter? So what do we want to look for? Are we stair-stepping up or stair-stepping down? So what do I mean? Well, in a bull market what we typically get is a series of bull flags. So a sharp move up and then it bull flags, sharp move up, bull flags. And as you can see, it's kind of like a stair step all the way up. This is the pattern of a bull market. Now when it comes to a bear market, and if this has reversed, then it's going to be the opposite pattern. So if we take the last crypto winter from 2021, you'll see this time that you'll get a sharp drop down and you get a relief rally. You then get the next leg down and you get a relief rally back up. And as you can see now, it's a series of stair-stepping down the other way until you finally get to the bottom. So the pattern here is a sharp nasty sell-off, but then people actually believe that it's over and it's coming back only to set another low. So it's a brutal period, and that is the question. Are we still stair-stepping up or are we now stair-stepping down? So, is this the reversal? Well, this is what we'd have to see. If this is still a bull market, then it can't just rally back to 100,000. It has to break through. It has to keep stair-stepping up and it has to break above this high here. So, the question is it going to be setting a higher high or lower high? Now, I'm in the camp. We're about probably a 70% probability that we may get this rally back to 100,000, maybe even a little bit higher, but then it'll probably step back down and we're going to be at some point testing this previous all-time high of around 70,000. For me, this will be the amazing buying opportunity around this figure here. So, that's what I'll be looking at over the coming weeks. So, January still could be an excellent month. However, for me, it's a 70% chance that we'll be setting a lower high. Now, zooming out to the big picture, this time logarithmic, and we are now on the monthly. So, we get to see the crypto market in its entirety. And now we really clearly see the big booms and crypto winters. Booms. Crypto winters, the pattern that has kept repeating. So, this is just a refresher to say that the very, very best times to buy are in the depths of the crypto winter. And when is this? This is when most people have lost hope. They've stopped paying attention. And most people in the crypto market have lost a lot of money. So there's a lot of people that have been burnt, and it's the same every single time. People just get disheartened. And it's when people have lost the maximum amount of money. So we have to train ourselves to think that when people, including ourselves, have lost an enormous amount of money, these are the very best buying opportunities. And this is why it's an opportunity in the first place. When all times are good and things are setting all-time highs, this is when people wish they had bought back here. But people very quickly forget just how painful these opportunities are. Now, traditionally, the crypto winter is roughly about 12 months down. So from the peak to the trough it's been about 12 months. This one again from peak to trough it was about 12 months. 2021 again from peak to trough was about 12 months. Now this one may be a little bit different. And why is that? Well, we didn't get this big blow-off top phase. So, if we didn't get the big blow-off top, maybe it won't be as bad to the downside as well. So, some comparisons people are making is that it's actually most similar to when the Federal Reserve ended QT and began QE. The last time, which was this period here, it was the 2019 bear market. So, this time it could be a lot shorter. Maybe only 6 months. So, let's just zoom in and take a look at why this time could be most similar to here. Okay, so finishing up with what if this is like the last time that the Fed had ended QT and began QE, which happened around here. Well, the crypto market actually went down first before it started to take off. So, as soon as QT ended, it didn't just take off. There was a downturn, but it was a bit shorter. So, this went from about June, let's say the COVID crisis never happened. Let's say this was an anomaly, then it ran into about December. So, it would only be about 6 months. And we're already 2 months and now entering the 3rd month already. So this may all be over a lot faster than people think. Now even if we don't include what happened in the COVID crash, if we just take it from this peak here to the 6th month downturn, then this was still over a 50% drop. And if you can buy and enter the crypto market when there's been a 50% drop, then that is still an amazing buying opportunity. So it may not be a 70 or 80% crash this time. Now Jerome Powell will be leaving in April this year. So maybe there is some kind of panic crash as we transition over to a new Fed chair. So, we may even get a bigger drop as we transition. Only time will tell. However, this is why this crypto winter could be a lot shorter this time around. So, over a 50% drop. And if we zoom out and think, well, what would a 50% drop be this time around? Well, if we take it from the high, it's already right now down about 30%, it did go down about 36%. And if it goes back to the previous all-time high of around 70,000, then you're looking at about 45%. And if it does reach the 200-week, then this would bring you at about 50%. So, I'd say this is the zone here, which in hindsight would be an amazing buying opportunity. If history repeats, then 2026 will be giving an amazing buying opportunity, which only comes around every once in every 4 years. Now, are we still in a bull market or have we entered a crypto winter? Well, for me, it's probably about a 70% chance we are now in a bear market. And yes, we could still rally up or past $100,000 and still be in a bear market. The big question is, will we be setting a lower high? Now, we have to remember that the best buying opportunities are in bear markets, and this is when most people lose interest and most people have lost money. And that is what creates the opportunity. And because we finished without a big blow-off top, then this time around could be a lot shorter, maybe even 6 months. And we're already into the 3rd month already. So there we are, guys. Hope you enjoyed. Happy New Year. And for me, 2026 is the year of laying the foundations for some amazing gains over the next couple of years. If you do have any burning questions, then simply use super thanks below. However, just remember to get rid of 100% of the comment spam and trading bots that plague YouTube comments. We are trying out the new super thanks commenting system. So to get your question or comment read and replied to, or just to say thanks, then use super thanks below.